stinking paw off me, you damn dirty ape!
No!
Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Open the Box. Sorry it's been a while since I've posted one. It's been kind of a crazy couple of weeks. My life, I've been working a lot. I just didn't really have time to sit down and do anything, shoot a video, much less even try to think about what I wanted to shoot. There are a couple of ideas that I've been kind of floating around in my head for a while. I just haven't gotten everything together for them. So today was my day off, and I was sitting and I was thinking and I was trying to figure out what it was that I wanted to talk about. So I thought while I considered all of it, I would pop in a movie and watch it. And I ended up watching Rise of the Planet of the Apes. Now, don't worry, this is not going to turn into a movie review. This was one of my favorite movies that's probably come out in the past 5 years. I thought it was one of the better movies that has come out in a while. And the reason for that, it was because it was an example of taking an existing property and adding to it, making it better. Because, I mean, watching this and then going back to watch the original, it's like you understand everything a little better. It's the perfect definition of a prequel in that sense. It's an amazing movie that has some amazing performances in it. Most notably in my mind, John Lithgow, who is just fantastic in everything that he's in. And then of course there's the addition of Frida Pinto, who is just, I mean, my God, could that woman be any more beautiful? But I'm not doing this video to talk about the movie. Watching the movie sent my mind a wander on many different things, and some of them are subjects that are recently brought out. And I want to talk about some of them because this movie got me to all those places. And in case you're wondering, all of this is interconnected, and I'm going to try to take you through it step by step. It's a little bit confusing. As you can see, I have made a page of notes, and they're kind of all over the place. So, the first thing is that Rise of the Planet of the Apes took me to Tom Felton, who plays such an awesome villain in movies. He has such an incredible presence about him that just makes you hate him. You know, you just can't help but dislike him. And that got me to thinking about the new Harry Potter movies that they're talking about. You know, they're gonna do a trilogy of movies based on Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, of all things. Interesting choice. I've not completely seen how they're gonna do a whole trilogy out of it, but it doesn't matter. I like the idea. Huge Harry Potter fan. Me and my brother both are. I mean, just, it's hard to understand the depth of how much we love Harry Potter. We have Harry Potter stuff all over the house. Actually, here, I'll show you some of it. Yeah, we've kind of got Harry Potter stuff everywhere. And thinking about the new Harry Potter movies, which I'm terribly excited for, got me thinking about Maggie Smith, who, as you all know, played Professor McGonagall in the Harry Potter movies. Again, one of the most amazing actresses of our time. And thinking about that, I would love to have some more Harry Potter stuff, besides just Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. If any of you know the website crack.com, it's a comedy website. They have a couple of videos up that are recent that are about Harry Potter. One of them talks about the Harry Potter sequel that we'll never get to see, and that is a fantastic video. It has so many good points in it. And they've started a new web series called Welcome Back Potter that's about Harry Potter as a grown-up. And it's awesome. It's very funny. It's very well made. And it throws out some interesting ideas. And the last place that particular tangent led me to was thinking about Maggie Smith got me thinking about the movie Hook that had Bob Hoskins in it. And I don't know if any of you have read today. Today's Wednesday, by the way. I'm not sure if I'm actually going to get this posted up today or not, but I saw this morning when I got up that Bob Hoskins had passed away, which was very sad. Bob Hoskins was one of the greats, in my opinion. I think he was a slightly underrated actor, not in the sense that he was unknown, but I don't think a lot of people realized how good he really was, because he had a tendency to do a lot of movies that weren't necessarily going to get huge releases and, you know, weren't like tentpole movies or anything, but he always shined in them. And one particular example of that would be the movie Unleashed with Jet Li, which is probably my favorite Bob Hoskins movie that I've ever seen him in. He was amazing in it, and it was just a fantastic movie. And thinking about Bob Hoskins, talking about Bob Hoskins, now this was something that I read a long time ago, and I always thought it was a rumor, and it's recently, after his death, been brought back to life. But Bob Hoskins was one of the original choices to play Wolverine in the original X-Men movie. Bob Hoskins, of all things. They wanted to do a little bit older Wolverine at first. Not quite so much the animal, more like the teacher. Which could have been interesting. Could have been very interesting. Hugh Jackman, who is obviously playing the current Wolverine, said in an interview recently that it may be time to retire Wolverine, at least in his mind. He may not want to do it anymore. He said the script is going to have to be something outstanding for him to want to continue with it. And while I am very much looking forward to X-Men Days of Future Past, and I'm very much looking forward to what it's going to lead to, which is X-Men Apocalypse, I think that, you know, I may be alone in this opinion, but I think that maybe it may be time to retire X-Men, at least movie-wise, for a while. Let's focus on some other stuff. I understand that it's Fox's main thing, you know, it's what they have to compete with Marvel and Disney, which, like, Sony has Spider-Man, but we're going to be looking at 8 or 9 movies by the time this thing's done. By the time we get to Apocalypse. Maybe let's let Apocalypse be the end for a while, you know? And the last thing that I wanted to talk about, which was another, I'm sorry, we're taking about 4 or 5 steps back, but this was another break off from Rise of the Planet of the Apes originally. And that is obviously Andy Serkis, who is so fantastic. God, I love almost anything that he's in that I've seen. You know, everything he touches is gold, and it was honestly one of the biggest tragedies that he still has yet to win an Oscar or to even be nominated. I don't care if it's stop motion, it's still him. He's still acting. And that is something that I honestly believe needs to change with the Academy. But the big news is that Disney and Lucasfilm has finally released their Star Wars Episode 7 cast. And whose name should happen to be in there? Andy Serkis, which I think is awesome. I don't know what he's going to play yet. I don't know if he's going to be doing a stop motion thing or if he's going to be playing himself, playing a human. It doesn't matter though. He's fantastic in everything he's in. Even playing as, a human, he's still a great actor. And some other names popped up on that list that I was a little bit interested in, and I just wanted to talk about it for a second. John Boyega popped up, and who you may know, probably not, but he was in Attack of the Block, which was directed by Joe Cornish, which was a great British sci-fi alien invasion type movie, and he was awesome in it. Domhnall Gleeson, which is another Harry Potter connection. He played Bill in Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows, and while that part was small, if you really want to see what he's capable of, watch Dread, because he's in that. And he again has a smaller part in it, but it's great. He's really, really good in there. But the main one that I wanted to just mention, a guy by the name of Max von Sydow. Could not believe when I saw his name in the cast listing, I could not believe that he was going to be in Star Wars. That is just wow. I mean, this is almost one step beyond the casting of Christopher Lee in the prequels. Max von Sydow is one of the most pedigreed and accomplished actors ever. He's so great. He's been doing this for at least 70 years now. I mean, at the very least, and he was in one of my favorite movies of all time. Now, a lot of people might recognize him or will know him from The Exorcist. He played Father Maxey. But I know him from one of my favorite movies of all time, The Seventh Seal, where he played Apollonius Block, who was the person who the main story is focused on. So I think that is a fantastic inclusion to Star Wars. It's obvious that he's probably going to be playing the villain, which I think is great. I mean, he's going to do a fantastic job at that. And it definitely adds a lot of credence to what J.J. Abrams is doing with Star Wars, to get the inclusion of not only Andy Serkis, but Max von Sydow. So it definitely raised my opinion of the new Star Wars movies a lot. And I'm really looking forward to what they're going to do. Sorry this was kind of a sprawling video. I just had a few things that I wanted to throw out there and talk about. Some things that I'm excited for, the new Harry Potter movies, the new Star Wars movies, Dawn of the Planet of the Apes. Incredibly excited for that. But I think I'm going to wrap it up here. That's really all I got to say. One more little side note. If any of you that watch these videos has a PS3, I would suggest getting on PlayStation Network and looking for a little indie game called Thomas Was Alone. I started playing it yesterday. It was a free download last month. And it is an incredibly addicting game. And it's very simple. It's a simple puzzle game, but you just do not want to stop playing it. So if you have a PS3, look that up. It's probably really cheap because it's very much an indie game, but definitely worth a look. Other than that, that's it. Hopefully next week I'll get back to some of the other topics that I've been wanting to talk about for a while. I just haven't been able to get the video shot. And stay tuned for what's coming up next. And stay tuned in the next couple of days for a new episode of Our 3 Cents too. So see you later. Bye.